Hello boys and girls, welcome to my channel. I'm BenchART and we have here Rise of the Tomb Raider to benchmark finally, and here it goes. We are running this at 800 per 600. Yes, this is incredible bad, and I have everything. Well, I have these custom presets, but I will show you later. I'm running this benchmark. I'm going to run this benchmark on the lowest settings possible. As you can see, you can drop lower than this. This is the absolutely minimum. Not even the resolution can go below. This is absolutely the minimum. So let's start the benchmark, alright? And let's see how this game really plays, or at least what performance can we expect from this game with these settings. So let's try to find the custom preset that I told you about, that might be interesting for us, which is, it is based on the low settings, but I changed the textures quality to medium. As you can see, the shadows is set to medium. I disabled the build occlusion, I left the bloom on, and I turned on lens flares and screen effects. Why I use lens flare? Because actually lens flare makes more difference than I was expecting. And the lens flare in this game you activates the sun, which is something that isn't available on the lowest preset, or I mean at least with lens flare disabled. As you can see, with lens flare we can actually see the sun. Yeah, this is actually great. But this is not the major difference between the lowest, the minimum, to these custom low presets. One of the big difference is that we have shadows now, and for me it might not be noticeable too much on this benchmark, but in the gameplay it's pretty bad to be playing a 2016 game, or I mean the game is from 2015, but it's pretty bad in 2016 being playing a game without shadows in the maps, especially this type of game. And as you can see, there goes the sun again, and that is the top of the building is shining and everything. That is lens flares in this game, and for me it is actually great. About the shadows, yeah, that's the difference. The problem is the game don't run too great even on the lowest settings, despite the average is good. But unfortunately, well, of course, using the shadows and using lens flares and more detail and more textures always brings to the table a little bit worse FPSs, that is logically. And so with that, it might compromise a little bit the gameplay, and of course we are playing this with a very bad resolution. There you go, this is the average, but with recording. Without recording the lowest settings possible, we get an average of 43 frames per second, which seems great in my opinion. It seems completely playable, but although the benchmark 2 is not very representative, I mean, don't really matches the performance demanding that the game could be in the gameplay. So the benchmark is just the benchmark. And so this is the results with my custom preset. It still have an average above 30s. So looking to this, it seems fine, but of course I will do a video using in the middle of gameplay for us to have a better understanding how the game runs. Although about this I decided to do a Fraps log to show better what was the performance that we got here. And as you can see, yes, the custom low have there many frames lower than 30s. I mean, the custom low preset that I created, 55% of the time is lower than 30 FPS, which is not good, but it doesn't go too much below 25 FPS, which is a good news. Okay, so about VRAM, on the lowest settings I get VRAM usage of 800 megabytes, and the RAM usage is more or less around the 5 gigabytes. As you can see, CPU usage, yes, there is sometimes that the CPU usage gets to its maximum, which is fascinating in my opinion, and the GPU usage is always at its maximum, and it is the major bottleneck of the performance being this bad. Okay, so that's all that I want to talk about this benchmark of the Rise of the Tomb Raider. At least we can run the game despite the resolution being pretty bad and the settings not being that good, but it's running. But I would wait until I release a video of gameplay, because the gameplay, the performance could be very different than the benchmarks, and that is a thing that you should wait to make sure if the game runs or not. So that's all for now that I want to talk about Rise of the Tomb Raider benchmark. Hope you did enjoy this video, and of course I do hope to see you soon. Goodbye. Thanks for watching.